Hello everyone, welcome back to the Word. Today we're going to read Deuteronomy chapter 14. You are the children of the Lord your God. You shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the earth. Thou shalt not eat any abominable things. These are the beasts which you shall eat, the ox, the sheep, and the goat, the hart, and the roebuck, and the fallow deer, the wild goat, the pigarg, and the wild ox, and the camois, and every beast that parteth the hoof, and cleaveth the cleft into two claws, and cheweth the cud among the beasts that you shall eat. Nevertheless, these you shall not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the cloven hoof, as the camel, and the hare, and the coney, for they chew the cud, but divide not the hoof. Therefore they are unclean unto you. And the swine, because it divideth the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you. You shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. These you shall eat all that are in the waters. All that have fins and scales shall you eat. And whatsoever hath not fins and scales you may not eat. It is unclean unto you. Of all clean birds you shall eat. But these are they that of which you shall not eat: the eagle, the ostrich, and the osprey, and the gledge, and the kite, and the vulture after its kind, and every raven after his kind, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo, and the hawk after his kind, the little owl, the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and the gier eagle, and the cormorant, and the stork, and the heron after her kind, and the lapwing, and the bat, and every creeping thing that flieth is unclean unto you. They shall not be eaten. But of all clean fowls you may eat. You shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto the alien. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not see the kid in his mother's milk. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed, that the field bringeth forth year by year. And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place where he shall choose to place his name there. The tithe of thy corn, of thy wine, of thy oil, of thy firstlings, of thy herds, and of thy flocks, thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always. And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord God chose to set his name there, when the Lord thy God has blessed thee, then shalt thou turn into the money, and bind up the money in thy hand, and shall go unto the place which the Lord thy God has chose. And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or for whatsoever thy soul desires. And thou shalt eat thereof before the Lord thy God, and shall rejoice, thou and thy household, and the Levite that is within thy gates. Thou shalt not forsake him, for he hath no part nor inheritance with thee. At the end of 3 years thou shalt bring forth all the tithe of thy increase the same year, and shall lay it up within thy gates. And the Levite, because he hath no part nor inheritance with thee, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow which are within thy gates, shall come, and shall eat, and be satisfied, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all the work of thy land which thou doest. That is the end of Deuteronomy chapter 14. Come back next time for chapter 15.